Hey everybody, today we've got round 5 of the 2024 recent vice president spinner battle. Last time the spoiler is we lost Al Gore, so we're down to 6. We've only got one Democrat remaining, that is Biden. So today the spinner is going to claim somebody else. I do appreciate the comments for everybody that enjoys this series. I enjoy making these myself, but they are not the most popular video I make, to put it mildly. I think I've got everybody at the same color for consistency, so let's start in Alaska. We've got 3 EVs. Who's going to be first in round 5? That's a 1. That's going to go to Gerald Ford. Next, let's go to some warmer weather. We've got Hawaii. They've got 4 EVs. And we've got another number 1, and that's Gerald Ford. He's going to have a clean sweep so far. We're just getting going. Let's go up to Washington. 12 electoral votes. Can Ford do it again? Not quite. We've got a 4, and that's going to go to Dan Quayle. The next state is Oregon. They've got another 8. And we've got a 5. That's going to go to Dick Cheney. The next state is California, 54 votes. As always, that's a ton. It's going to help somebody out. Let's get to the spin. Here it is. That's a 2. We've got Nelson Rockefeller surging into first place. Let's go to Nevada. That's next door. And let's give out 6 more. And that's going to be number 6. And that is going to be Joe Biden. Let's go a little bit northeast to Idaho and give out their 4 electoral votes. And that's another one for Joe Biden. Next, let's go south to Utah. We've got 6. And that is another number 6 Biden. 3 in a row. Can he go 4 in Arizona? Here's the spin. It's not going to be Biden. That's a 4, and that's going to go to Dan Quayle. Now we go up north to Montana. We've got another 4. And that is a 5. That's going to go to Dick Cheney with his second state. Next, we've got a sparsely populated state. That's going to be Wyoming. Only 3 electoral votes, but that could be the game winner in the end. And that's going to go to number 4, Dan Quayle. Next, it's the Centennial State, Colorado. 10 votes at stake. Number 1, Gerald Ford. Next, it's New Mexico. They've got half of those electoral votes. They have 5. And that is number 5, and that is going to go back to Cheney. Next, we've got the Dakotas. North is first. 3 votes. Number 5, Cheney, back to back. Next, it's South Dakota. That's the next spin. And we've got another number 5, Cheney, 3 in a row. He's getting hot. Let's see if he can go 4 in Nebraska at large. 2 EVs. That is a 6. That's going to go back to Biden. Nebraska's first congressional district. A lone electoral vote coming to number 5, right back to Dick Cheney. He did not win his home state of Wyoming, but he's doing pretty well. Let's go to Nebraska's second. And we've got almost a number 5. We've got a 6. That's going to go back to Biden. How about Nebraska's third congressional district? Last vote for Nebraska coming to number 2, Nelson Rockefeller. The next state is Kansas. They've got another 6. And that is a number 3. We've got George H.W. Bush with his very first state. And that means everybody's in on the action in round 5. Let's go to Oklahoma. Let's give these 7 out. That's a 1. That's going to go to Ford. How about Texas? How about 40 electoral votes? Huge spin right here. And that is number 2, Rockefeller, with the 2 massive states so far, and he's at 95. Now we've got 10,000 Lakes and 10 electoral votes. That's Minnesota. And that is a 6. It's going to go to Joe Biden. How about South in Iowa? We've got another 6. Not a huge spin, but that's a number 5, and that's going to go to Cheney. Next, it's Missouri. 10 more votes. Here we go. Number 1, it's going to go to Gerald Ford. Next, it's the natural state, Arkansas. They've got 6 votes. And that's number 6. That's going to go to Joe Biden. How about all the way down to the Gulf, we have Louisiana. 8 votes. Number 4, that's going to go to Dan Quayle. Now we can head back up north and go a little bit east. We've got Wisconsin. And they have another 10 votes sitting on the table. And those are going to go to number 2, Nelson Rockefeller. He's over 100, and that takes us into Illinois. Good amount of votes here, 19. Number 3, that's going to be George Herbert Walker Bush with his second state. He's still on the bottom, but it's pretty close. Let's go to Michigan. 15 more votes in this spin. 6. That is going to Joe Biden. Let's do Indiana, the Hoosier state. Let's give out 11 more. Number 4, Dan Quayle. Coincidentally, that is his home state. Next, we've got Kentucky. We've got 8. Who wants him? Number 6. That is Joe Biden. The next state is Tennessee. We've got 11 votes. Al Gore, unfortunately, did not make it to this round, but we're going to give his 11 electoral votes to number 1. That is Gerald Ford. Next, Mississippi has another 6. Who is going to claim them? That's a 5, and that's going to be Dick Cheney. Next door, Alabama, they've got 9 more. Anybody want them? Joe Biden says he'll take them. He's got them, and that takes us down to Florida. We've got 30. Right now, Bush is on the bottom. Second from the bottom is Cheney. Let's do the spin. And we've got number 6, Biden, with 2 in a row, and he's also now making a move for Rockefeller in first. Let's do Georgia, 16 votes. And that is number 4. That's going to be Dan Quayle. The next spin is South Carolina. We've got 9 votes in the Palmetto State, and those are coming to number 2, Nelson Rockefeller. He saw Biden closing in, and he puts a little bit of distance between them. Let's do North Carolina. 16. Who's going to get him? Number 3, George H.W. Bush. And now he's ahead of Dick Cheney. Let's jump up to Ohio. 17 votes. And we've got number 4, Dan Quayle. Next, it's West Virginia, 4 EVs. Let's spin it. Who's going to win it? Number 2, Rockefeller. Next, it's Maine at large. All the way in the northeast corner, we've got 2. And that is a number 6, Biden. Staying hot, puts up 2 more. Let's do Maine's 1st congressional district. Only 1 vote. It's coming to number 3. That's going to be Bush. Maine's 2nd congressional district. That is another one for Bush. He goes 2 in a row and he gets a whopping 2 electoral votes out of it. Let's go to New Hampshire. That's next door, 4 votes. Here's the spin. That's a 6. Joe Biden crosses into triple digits. Let's do Vermont, 3 votes. Here's the spin. Number 6 again. Biden adds another 3 to his total. Next, it's New York, 28 votes. Rockefeller, former governor of this state. He's in the lead, but more importantly, we've got Dick Cheney on the bottom. He trails Bush by 7. So we've still got some unanswered questions, but the spinner might shed some light on it right here. Here it is. That's a 5. That is going to Dick Cheney. He was on the bottom, but not anymore. Now we've got a battle between Ford and Bush for the bottom spot. It's getting exciting. Let's go next door to Massachusetts, the Bay State. They've got 11 votes. That's a 1. And Gerald Ford, he's going to claim 11 more, and now Bush, he trails by 13. He's starting to feel the pressure. Let's see what happens on Connecticut. Lucky 7. Here's the spin. That's a 2. That is going to go to Rockefeller. The next state is next door. That's Rhode Island. 4 more votes. And that's a 3. That is going to Bush. He's headed in the right direction, but he still trails by 9. So 1 and 3 are the numbers to watch. Let's go on to New Jersey. They've got 14 votes. That'll take some of the heat off of Bush. Let's see if he can do it. And he can. That is a 3. Bush goes 2 in a row. He claims New Jersey. And now we've got Gerald Ford on the bottom with 56. He trails by 5. Let's do Delaware. We've got Biden's home state. He's not in any danger this time, but let's get to the spin. That's a 2. That is going to Rockefeller. Next, it's Maryland. 10 more votes. Here comes the spin. And that's a 5. We've got Cheney adding another 10. Next is DC. 3 votes. Here comes the spin. That's another 5. Cheney is going to go 2 in a row. So 2 spins left. Pennsylvania is next. 19 at stake. It's either going to be Ford or Bush. If Bush puts up a 3, Ford's not going to be able to have enough in Virginia. Let's see if we've got an upset in the works here at the end. Here comes PA. 19 votes. That is a 5. And that is going to go to Dick Cheney, who actually went 3 in a row. And Cheney actually doing massive damage here on the East Coast. But we do have one spin left. That is Virginia. If it's not a 1, Ford is going home. If it is a 1, Bush is going to be the latest loser. Final spin. Here it is. That's a 6. That's on the line, but that's going to go to Biden. So he's going to get 13 more. And that's it for round 5. We've got the winner, Nelson Rockefeller, with 128. Joe Biden pretty close behind with 119. Cheney in third place, he surged late. He has 96. Fourth is Quayle with 78. Fifth is George H.W. Bush with 61. And this time on the bottom, we've got Gerald Ford with 56. So it looks like this is the end of the line for Gerald Ford. He did have a nice string of interconnected states here in the middle of the country: Colorado, Oklahoma, Missouri, and Tennessee. He also put up Massachusetts, as well as won the first 2 states of Alaska and Hawaii. So just because you win the first 2 states, that doesn't mean you're going to go on to the next round. So Ford is out, and we're down to 5. Great battle for the top spot. Rockefeller with the big states. Biden put up a ton of his own. And that's it. So let me know in the comments, are you sad to see Ford going out this time? Is your pick still in it for the next round? Who do you think's going to go all the way? What do you think about the map? Let me know down below on your way out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join if you'd like to help support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.